I'm in the backcountry again for the first time after being shook up a little on my last trip. I figured I'd better just get out and go before I start overthinking things. Well, overthinking them even more. So I'm here about to do an overnight camping trip in another beautiful part of northern Michigan. So I just got to Sand Lake's quiet area and hiked around a little bit and finally just found a spot to camp for the night. So tonight I am gonna do a tarp camp, which I did try and do once before. However, last time I tried to tarp camp, I forgot my tarp. And so I actually brought my tarp this time. And so I plan to set up and then cook a Thanksgiving dinner. I did do a Thanksgiving dinner also at the same time last year, which it was a lot. It was also a lot of fun, so I thought it'd be fun to do it again. Last year though, I cooked way too much food, so I'm trying to be a little bit more reasonable this time around. It also is the first day of deer hunting season, so that's why I got this big orange vest that I had to stop at Walmart on the way in to pick up. Anyway, it's about 3 o'clock right now already, so I really only have like 2 hours of daylight left, so I still have to figure out how I'm going to configure this tarp, and then I gotta find a bunch of firewood to cook what I want to cook tonight, so I gotta get going. I suppose you might want to know what type of knots I'm tying, but believe me when I say that they can't be duplicated. Alright, so that is my shelter for the night, and it serves a dual purpose of booby trapping my camp. Just hope I don't trip over all these cords myself. It's got a little chilly out here. It's about 50 degrees right now, but it is gonna get down to like around freezing tonight, and might even snow a little bit starting at like 11 o'clock midnight all through tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be a lot or anything like that, but there was a little bit in the forecast. Alright, time to go get firewood. So this isn't the best wood ever. It's a little bit rotten, but it's what I got. It's starting to get dark pretty quickly, so I really don't have time to go find more wood. Yeah, this, not good. Some of the pieces are a little bit better, like that. Like that. So my menu tonight is going to be very similar to last year, just because I always cook the same thing on Thanksgiving, but I think most people do, except I'm doing a Cornish hen instead of a turkey thigh, and I'm replacing a lot of the wet, like liquid ingredients that would have been heavy to carry with dry or powdered ingredients, so like powdered milk, eggs, etc. that I would use in my dehydrated meals. I'm going to cook with those. Alright, so it's dark, and so I better get cooking so I'm not cooking at midnight like I was last year. So the lighting is going to be kind of weird because my light just stopped working. So I'm using my headlamp right now attached to my camera. I'm about to make the chicken. So I'm making a Cornish hen this time, which I'm excited about. So what I am going to do though, because I do need some of it to not only make the gravy, but I need some of the juices from it for the green beans and for the dressing. So I'm gonna cut out some of the backbone, and we're gonna go ahead and make a broth with that. Now, I would cook this over the fire. However, I need the drippings, like I said, specifically for the gravy. So if I was to cook it over the fire, all the drippings from the chicken would go straight into the fire. So I want it to go into the pan. Alright, so I just browned the chicken, and now I'm gonna roast it with some veggies. So I'm just realizing I forgot marshmallows for these, but I'm going to cook them in some brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and orange juice. So now I'm making a roux for the gravy, and I'll be adding these drippings and then the broth I made with the backbone of the chicken. Now I gotta make another roux for the macaroni and cheese. I started dumping the noodles in the cheese sauce and almost forgot one key ingredient. Just a little bit of hot sauce. You won't even be able to taste it. That's what my Aunt Jessie used to say when she was putting gizzards in the dressing. I just sauteed some veggies in butter, and I'm crumbling up some cornbread for the dressing. Okay, this is where it starts to get weird, but you'll just have to trust me. This is powdered buttermilk, powdered eggs, chicken bouillon, the chicken drippings that came off of the chicken, and a little bit of baking powder. And I'm going to put this with the cornbread. Okay, we're winding down, and I got my green beans with the last of the chicken drippings and chicken juice. I've got cranberry and Michigan cherry sauce with some orange juice and a little bit of sugar. And just waiting for the stuffing to finish baking, and red potatoes boiling for a red potato mash. I normally wouldn't have red potatoes on Thanksgiving, but it saved me from having to peel even more potatoes. Everything else is just staying warm. Mashed potatoes are almost done. I just roasted up a garlic clove, and I'm gonna mash them in with the potatoes, and then everything's almost ready. Okay, so dinner is actually ready, and I'm gonna eat because I'm starving. It's taken everything in me to not just sit here and eat everything one by one because I'm so hungry. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a plate, and then I'll show you how everything came out. This is a heavy plate, but okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat all this, but like I said, I do want to have leftovers for breakfast, and it looks like I'll have more than enough. Yeah, this is good. I brought 2 sleeping bags because it was supposed to get down to like freezing tonight and possibly snow, but it doesn't feel like it's all that cold, to be honest. I mean, it's cold, not like freezing. Alright, well, it's probably 1 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm stuffed, and I'm tired, and I'm about to go to bed. That rain, I mean, that's some hard raindrops.
So I slept in this morning. It's like 8:15, mostly because it was kind of hard to sleep last night because I kept hailing on and off all night. It was also my first night sleeping in the woods since that night where I slept at the bear campsite. More nerves, I'd say, than usual, or than camping trips in the past. I think maybe Xander Budnick said that the way that he stops himself from getting scared when he is sleeping in the wilderness is he just remembers that he's the scariest thing in the forest. So I was just thinking about that, you know, I mean, even if I'm a little bit nervous, I'm the scariest thing in the forest. That's why those bears ran away from me when they saw me last time. I am about to get up. I've got to go get my food barrel so that I can make some coffee and warm up my leftovers. Excited about that. The other thing is that my Trekology pillow has a hole in it. It's my second one that got a hole in it after like a couple trips. Yeah, it's budget, but gosh, if you have to repurchase it for every single trip, it's not really a budget pillow.
Okay, so after being lazy for a little while longer, finally getting up to go look for my bear canister. And there it is up ahead. Safe and sound. This really is a beautiful lake. I really do feel lucky to be out here and nothing crazy happened. Well, aside from the crazy weather that literally keeps changing, but I guess that's part of what makes coming out here different anyway. Not knowing what's gonna happen. I mean, looks like the sun's even trying to come out now. All in all, it was a really good trip and nothing to be nervous about. So I'm actually leaving this one already ready for the next one.